Hello, this is Lauren, and we're live at the Loft. And today with us, we have Jasan. Sawubona, Jasan.
Sawubona.
Unjani.
Neopila.
Oh, wonderful. That was African Life 101 language lesson in Zulu. So how are you feeling this evening?
I'm feeling really great. I'm excited. It's my first time ever in Austria, in Vienna. And I'm just feeling the vibes here at the club. It feels really, really like people are ready for the show. And I'm just really grateful to be here. So I'm feeling great, you know?
Yeah, that's cool. Well, we know that you're from California and, being here in Europe. What brought about the tour specifically in Europe?
This particular tour actually started off with some friends of mine from Porto, Portugal. I got a big up Celebration Sound, Shabata, He's been trying to bring me out for a few years. I've come to Europe about 4 times in the summer. This is my 4th year in a row to come play the festival circuit, but this is my first time in the fall to play in clubs. So, yeah, my brethren in Portugal brought me out, and we added some more shows to it. DJ Ziggy D, stepped up and offered an invitation for me to come here. Last night was in Czech Republic. Tomorrow is in Bratislava with the Winter Uprising Edition Reggae Festival, and then it's over to Amsterdam. So I'm busy, I'm moving,
Yeah, very long schedule, very long lineup of shows to do. In terms of Jasan, where did Jasan actually start in terms of this music industry, reggae? What inspired you particularly to follow the genre of music?
Well, I took the name Jasan because my name is Jason. So that was just like once I started to get inspired with reggae and Rastafari and Livity and stuff, I just took the name Jasan. Music has been in me for a very long time, since I was 8 or 9 years old. It happened when my mom married another man, and my stepdad, I was adopted by a Black American and adopted into that family. I was exposed to Motown and soul and R&B and gospel, and so at that point is when I really started to do music, but it was like rap music and hip hop. And then, some years later, discovered the King, Bob Marley, and he just really inspired me. It was a shift that I needed spiritually. It was a shift that I needed as a human, as a man, to step into this other part of myself, to find my highest self. And so reggae has been the vehicle for me to do that, to be a better father, a better person in my community, just to be the best I can be. Reggae has been the vehicle, so I've stayed with it, and it's been a blessing.
And the making of reggae music, I find, is very unique. Every artist has their own penny to put into the pot, per se. And where does your inspiration come from in terms of your music, with your lyrics, and how does it come about that you compose the music that you're composing?
Well, I get inspiration from life. I'm a father, so I have 4 children. I get inspiration from the innocence of a baby's eyes. I live in California, where the trees are big and the ocean is beautiful. I get inspiration from seeing the struggle that humans go through across the planet. Being a songwriter is who I am, so it just naturally happens. Anything in life gives me material, So I just keep my eyes open, my heart open, and I reflect to the world what I see,
And in terms of your traveling around the world, what has been the most memorable event or show that you've had to date?
Oh man, that's a difficult question, because they're all special in their own way. Some are to go on stage the first time in front of 40,000 people. That has its moments, but to play in a club for 150 people and have it sound as loud as 10,000 people because the vibes are so nice. It's like, I don't think I could put I don't think I could pinpoint one show, but in terms of my reggae career, I did go last April or April before last to Ethiopia, to Shashamani and to Addis Ababa, and that was pivotal for me. That was really great to go there and meet some of the elders and the youth, and to see the, you know, the cradle, to see it right there, Mama Africa. It was really powerful. But in terms of shows, they're all great.
Oh, that's everybody wants to go back to Africa, and it's very wonderful hearing that you've actually visited Africa, because I was going to ask you if you've already been to Africa. But yeah, that's really, I suppose we should invite you back to South Africa next time.
I would love it. You set it up. I will be there, you know. I'll always make the time, for sure.
Yeah. And in terms of artists that you've worked with, who are you inspired to do something with on your next project? Who is it that you'd really love to work with?
You know, I feel like I've worked with some really big names, you know, from Luciano and Yami Bolo and Junior Reid to you know, big names out of Jamaica. I've worked with some big names out of Europe, you know, Gentleman, Alborosi. I'm really, this next album, I'm gonna try to focus on, because I've got to befriend and really meet some amazing, talented artists that don't have the shine yet, that they haven't really bust yet. But I'm on like Lion D out of Italy, Charlie B over in the Canary Islands, Joey Fever out of Sweden. There's just a bunch of really talented people that I want to expose to my fan base and to my friends. And so this next project, I'll probably be focusing more like that when I pick my collaborations.
In terms of your musical career to this point, the projects that you've done, what are we expecting? What will we be expecting from you? And what has already come out?
I'm about to release a couple of new singles. I'm working on... So in 2015 will mark 10 years since the release of my first album. So I'm going to spend from 2014 through 2015 documenting my story on video, taking the camera back to Texas, meet my mom, meet my kids, meet my cousins, meet the people that really kind of opened that up for me. And so I'm going to be planning, that's the kind of longer down the road picture, but I'm working on an album with House of Rhythm out of Austria, right here, and we're gonna do a project together. I recorded my first single. It's called Never Give Up. I'll perform it tonight. It came out really well, and so yeah, for 2014 you can expect a release from Jason and House of Rhythm. And 2015 I'm working on something really special.
That's wonderful. Yes, I hear that you're a very family-orientated man, since you're speaking about your children and, you know, the rest of your family. What is that one moment in your life where you're feeling down and out that actually brightens up what thought, what memory is it that actually brightens up a dark day?
I mean, it definitely is the family. You know, at the end of the day, my empress, my wife, and my kids, they're my everything. And I mean, I love all my children. You know, I have 4 children. One daughter was born on my birthday, Tasia, and we have an exceptionally special relationship. You know, but yeah, in times of frustration, hurt, anger, whatever, knowing that I have my family is always the thing that will lift me up.
Great. What message of inspiration do you have for the youth out there that feels that they're going through a struggle on a day-to-day basis and just don't have any hope left in life? What would you say to them?
That's a deep question. You know, I think struggle is inevitable for everyone. Rich, poor, black, white, everyone has a struggle, you know. For me, personally, reading, studying, you know, and not like what they try to tell you in schools and Western philosophy, but just finding what you're interested in and studying and cultivating a spiritual practice has really been, at the end of the day, the key. You know, I was in the streets and struggling and in and out of boys' homes and going to jail, and I had a really rough childhood. And it was this reggae thing and this spiritual thing that really changed my life around. So I would just tell anyone out there, you know, like, learn that we live in a quantum field of infinite potential, and we create our reality, we manifest our reality, you know. So just, yeah, stay close with Jaja and everything will be all right, you know.
Well, we from African Life would like to say thank you so very much for affording us this opportunity to interview you and spend this time with you. It's really been wonderful meeting you for the first time, as we've seen you at other shows before. But thank you very much from our side.
For having me. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.